Okay, so hello lovelies. Welcome to my channel, The Full Stack Guy. I hope everyone is doing good, everyone is fit and fine. So today I came with a new video where in which we are going to see the thing of optional. So we are going to see the how does optional class in Java works, where we can use, how efficiently we can code with optional classes, how we can deal with null pointer exceptions and so on. Okay, so optional interface is really very useful, really very good. So we can use in multiple ways, in multiple scenarios. So it gives us the clean coding principle. It gives us that we can handle null values, null pointer exceptions, so that our code doesn't terminate it. At the end, we can handle the exceptions very like in very efficient manner and so on. Okay, so let's get started, guys. Okay, so in this video I'll be continuing on the same program. Okay, so in in last few videos I had used this fruit main program. Okay, in this what we had a video of how can we use grouping by and collectors.counting. Okay, so in this video, like we in this program we had multiple null values and empty values. Okay, we it is a simple program where we have a class fruit that has two properties, name and size. We are not creating getter setters because this is the program which we have written in same file, so we can call it using default data type and things so on. So in this data, I'm returning list of roots. Okay, so this list of roots are apple and the name of size. So our goal was to see how many number of what size of roots are present in this list. So if you see, we have this output. I'll just run this program once again. So in this program we are having like, okay, one apple, it's coming apple apple, so I guess I'm just doing it something, yeah, wrong. So this should be size, so I want to collect on size. So okay, good thing we have noticed that. Yeah, okay. So one small apple, one small mango, one large mango, one small orange, and one large orange. Okay, so this was the program. We had null and empty. So what if we don't check this? We know now that this is the thing, but what if we don't check? So in big applications, you cannot check each and everything or each and every field, right? So it's not possible for us to check each and every field. So we should have a good way to handle this nulls and empties. Okay, so I'm just running this program and you will see, guys, what is happening. So see, we are getting null pointer exception. Element cannot be mapped to a key. Okay, this is the exception. So because we are filtering, we were not getting it because we were filtering null and empty, but now we are not filtering null and empty. So in this case, our program should not give null pointer exception, right? We should gracefully handle this situation. So in big applications, we should handle the situation and we should have a fallback mechanism. If I call, like uh, or if I call this, if I extract this to a method, okay, if I extract this to a method, uh, I'll say give fruits, okay, and if I call this method, say consider I'm calling this method from some other class or service, say for example a service one or service two, something like that, or any service. Okay, so in this case, this should be handled gracefully. So in try catch, we have to handle it very gracefully, right? And not only this, but this is also not the even if we check let me just show you. Even if we see this filtration logic, so this is not equal to null, this is not equal to null. So this is not a good coding principle, right? Because we as a good coding principle, so good code readability, we should use like human readable things that everyone should understand the code, and this is something toxic code, right? So now in this code, like we will see how can we use optionals, how can we deal with optionals, okay, in this thing. So okay, now what I'll do is I have these two fields, okay. These two fields, I'll just make this fields as maybe I'll make this field as private. It's not necessary, but still I'll make this field as private, and I'll I'll write getters for this. Okay, get name and get size. Okay, and rather than directly returning a string, I will return an optional dot of nullable over here. Okay, and I'll return optional of nullable of the name, and I'll just change this return type to optional of string. Same for this optional dot of nullable of size, and change this to optional of string. Okay, this is done. This is good. Okay, we will have two string as well. Two string. Okay, let's generate the two string. Generate to string with name and this size. Okay, good. Now I'm of course I'll get issues here. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll call, like I'll of course not filter it, because we have to see how can we handle null pointer exceptions. Then we will filter it using the whatever methods we have in optional, because now this group by is not returning you a string. Like if even if I do fruit dot get name, this will not work. Okay, okay, this okay, this work, but this is the optional class, but this will not work, right? Because this is not the argument which a grouping by wants. What I need is I need dot fruit dot get just a minute, grouping by. I have it grouping by. I what I am doing is let me remove the code, because dot grouping by, okay, uh, fruit and fruit dot get name. Fruit dot get name dot get, this will return me a string. Okay, so if I show you again, so what I have to do here is I have to do dot get name dot get and dot get. Now this will give me, but again this will give me the null pointer exception, because we have null and empty things, right? So if I run this program, so because I'm not handling this properly, right? So no such element, no value present. Okay, that is fine. So but now what I'll do is I'll not say dot get, I'll say dot or else throw. Okay, and I'm throwing a new fruit. I'm just doing a good exceptional handling. Okay, good fruit exception. Okay, and in this exception I'm just passing a message that fruit name is null or empty. Now if we get an exception, okay, we come to know that yeah, what is wrong, what is going wrong. Okay, same for this, uh, same for size. Okay. Sorry guys, same for size, and I'll say here is fruit size is null or empty. Okay, now I'll create an exception class over here. Okay, class, just a minute, let's create, let's just copy. Okay, class fruit exception, and this exception extends runtime exception. Okay, and we have a message, and let's have the constructor for this. Not getter, let's have the constructor. Okay, generate constructor with string as message, and okay, okay, okay. so so no need of this, and no need of this, no need of this. So simply this dot message equal to message. Okay, we are good. Now if I run this program, now if I have handled this exception. Now if I run this program, let's see what happens, guys. Okay, we are getting the fruit exception. Okay, we have thrown the fruit exception, and we are getting the fruit exception. Okay, now what we can do is, see, we can handle this exception, like what I'll do now, I'll just extract all this code, or it's not necessary to extract, but I'll just do try. Okay, in try I'll try this, and in catch I'll catch the, let's catch parent exception, and what I'll do is I'll just log. Okay, we don't have logger, we will just system.out, and something wrong in fruit. Okay, I'll just append e dot get message, and here what I can do. Okay, let us, if we get it successful, we'll just print this fruits here, and if there is an exception, we know something went wrong. So we can create like backup logic. Okay, and in this we can declare a method, we can create a method, and we'll just handle system.out.println do backup, or call backup fruits service. Okay, so guys, this is where this is very basic. This is a Java application, so I cannot show you how can we call backup APIs from REST service or web client. So in future, we'll come with that videos to actually handle all these situations using optionals in big real-time projects. So we are building an app for our client. So we will share you some content from that application, so that we can show you how you can code it very efficiently, and how can you handle these things in a very good manner. Okay, but this is very basic, this is very basic. Okay, now if you see, if I run this code, so okay, something went wrong in fruit, call backup service. So our exception was handled now, and we handled this using optional, and in optional we just thrown our exception, and so on. Okay, so we have printed this, and we can write our backup logic. Okay, we are getting this as null. This is because we aren't using super dot message. Okay, because this runtime is not getting the message, so that is the reason. But now if I run this, we should get the message as well. Okay, something went wrong, fruit name is null or empty. So at this stage only it went, so it did not execute this code, and then it went into exception. It went into backup logic, and we are calling the backup logic here. Straightforward and simple, right? Okay, so now how can we output our code, which was previously the fruits and its sizes and the count. So before streaming, yes, we have to do the filter logic, but now even if we don't filter, our code is good to handle things. So now we filter that fruit dot get name dot is empty, so it should not be empty. Name should not be empty, and name and size should not be empty. Also, we don't want this. We don't want the okay. This the let's run this thing now. Just by seeing if what if it's not empty. Still, will I believe that we'll get some, yeah. So we have the output now, but we now have the blank values. Okay, so we can also see for like we can also filter it if the fruit dot get name dot get is this is blank, this should not be blank. Okay, and same for the size, same for get size. Now if this is the whole program, this is the whole code, uh, and now if I run this program, now we got our expected output. Okay, just a small revision, what we did to handle. We weren't using optional. So the very good thing of optional is you have to pass it in getters. So you don't have to pass as a data type, which it was. You just have to wrap that in optional object, and you have to pass that field. Okay, so you have passed with optional, and this is a toString. Both the fields as optional, so even if you have list, even if you have map, even if you have any object, just like string if you have employee object, just like string if you have a e-commerce website, maybe product object or anything like that, or maybe if you are working in any of the company, like if you are working a healthcare application or something like that, any event or anything, you can just wrap it in optional class of dot of nullable, and you can return that object. Once you have that object, you don't have to use dot get directly, you have to use or else throw. You have to throw the exception what you want, and then either you can handle it, or you can just throw the exception the way you want and do as per your business needs. Okay, it totally depends on your business needs that way. Okay, so and of course you have to use the filter logic to filter your code, or to maybe handle or to make your code better, or to just to filter the things you want how you want. Okay, so that's all guys from this video. I hope you had a great time. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, The Full Stack Guy. We will also come with just like um, in couple videos we came with the collab with DevSec and Fighter Scientist, with fun and code. So we'll also come with that sessions, and we will upload those things just to have little fun and little code. So thank you guys. Have a great day, and please like, share, and subscribe. Also, do comment in comment section if you have any doubts, or if you want to implement optional in your project to handle things or anything like that for good coding principles and to handle your code in efficient way. Okay, so guys, bye bye. Thank you.